Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Liga Kenobi. And before we get started, I would like guys, please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. So, here we go again with this bid battle. Netflix goes all cash in Warner Brothers bid, escalating high stakes takeover fight. So, Paramount has been trying their best to get the win over Netflix. And Netflix, of course, they went from a 17-day theatrical window to a 45 theatrical window that they want to beat they want to be number one in the box office. And now, despite what Paramount is doing, trying to get this to Congress and everything, and then of course, getting Trump to help out against this, Netflix is doing a cash-in bid. And let me tell you, man, it ain't over, man. This battle is going to be so long. Now, you got to remember, this is not going to take effect in a couple of years. So, we'll see if things go through with it. Well, let's take a read. The Netflix cash bid for Warner Brothers Discovery has entered a decisive new phase, intensifying one of the largest and most consequential media acquisition battles in years and sharply raising the pressure on a rival bidder, Paramount Skydance. According to amended filming confirmed by Bloomberg Intelligence, Netflix has revised its proposal to acquire Warner Bros. Discovery Studio and streaming business into a fully cash transaction, removing the stock component that had been a central point of criticism from Paramount. Netflix had previously agreed to pay $27.75 per share using a mix of cash and stock. Under the revised terms, that full amount will now be paid in cash. Warner Bros. Discovery plans to call a special meeting of shareholders to vote on the transaction, with Netflix indicating that the vote could take place as early as April. The move is widely seen as an effort to accelerate the sale process while neutralizing Paramount's argument that its own $30 per share all-cash tender off is financially superior. Paramount's bids seeks to acquire all of Warner Brothers in Discovery, including its legacy cable networks such as CNN, TNT, and has been aggressively pitched to shareholders as cleaner, more traditional option. Despite Paramount's campaign, Warner Brothers Discovery board has remained firmly behind Netflix's proposal. In a statement included in the filming, Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos said that the board continues to support and unanimously recommend the Netflix transaction, expressing confidence that it represents the best outcome for shareholders, consumers, and creators. Paramount, led by CEO David Ellison, has not backed down. The company has threatened a proxy fight and filed a lawsuit seeking additional disclosures related to Netflix's bid and the valuation of Warner Bros. Discovery's cable assets. Institutional investors remain divided, with some calling on Paramount to raise its offer, something Ellison has so far refused to do. Market reaction reflects that uncertainty since news of the competing bids broke both Netflix and Paramount. Shares have fallen by roughly 29%, demonstrating investors' unease around deal in structure, financing, and regulatory risk in pre-market trading. Following the amended filing, Netflix shares rose about 1.4%, while Paramount slipped roughly 1%. Cable network spinoffs and billions in debt. A major fault line in the bidding war remains Warner Brothers Discovery Cable's networks. Under the Netflix deal, those assets would be spun off into a separate, publicly traded company called Discovery Global, distributed to Warner shareholders. According to the filing, Warner's advisors value the cable networks anywhere from 72 cents to 6.86 per share, a wide range that Paramount has seized upon arguing that the assets are effectively worthless. Warner disputes that claim, noting that cable networks still account for the majority of Paramount's own revenue and profit. Discovery Global would carry approximately $17 billion in debt as of June 30th, declining to $16.1 billion by year end. Stronger than expected cash flow has already allowed Warner and Netflix to reduce projected debt by $260 million compared to earlier plans. The filing projects towards $60.9 billion in revenue and $5.4 billion in adjusted EBITDA and Discovery Global in the 2026. Netflix has lined up $42.2 billion in bridge loans from Wall Street banks to support that amended cash offer facilitates, typically replaced later with long-term corporate debt if completed. A Netflix Warner combination would unite two of the world's largest streaming operations, creating a platform with an estimated 450 million global subscribers and a content library capable of rivaling Disney and Amazon. Really? We'll see about that. That scale is also what has drawn scrutiny. Hollywood labor unions and movie theater owners have warned that the merger could further weaken theatrical distribution and consolidate too much power in streaming. Serranos and Netflix co-CEO Greg Peters have publicly expressed confidence that the deal will clear regulators and executives from both Netflix and Warner Brothers, who have recently met with European regulators to make their case. As part of the broader effort, Serranos has previously stated in public forums that Netflix intends to maintain roughly a 45-day theatrical window for major release as the company expands its theatrical footprint while not part of the amended filing. The stance provides additional context for how Netflix is positioning itself against Paramount's argument that it represents a more traditional Hollywood structure. Blooming intelligence analyst Getha Ranganathan noted that all cash revision addresses Wall Street concerns about Netflix's share volatility and accelerate the shareholders' vote while simultaneously increasing pressure on Paramount. At this stage, she suggested it may take an offer of more than $32 per share to sway Warner Brothers well above Paramount's current bid. For now, Warner Bros. Discovery remains firmly in Netflix's corner, with financing secure, objections addressed, and a shareholders' vote approaching. The Netflix cash bid has raised the stakes dramatically, leaving Paramount with a narrowing window to decide whether to escalate or walk away from one of Hollywood's most consensual takeover fights. Oh boy. Well, this could seal the deal for Paramount if Paramount does not act. But like I said, dude, I mean, this... Oh, man, this is bad. This is very, very bad. But we'll see how that goes. So you guys let me know what you guys think. So please, by all means, share this video. Post a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being part of the channel. And I hope to see you guys until next time. Bye, everyone.